Welcome to Fun Health with your host, Dr. Tanya Gold, your happiness doctor. Dr. Gold is a medical doctor who specializes in natural medicine and has been in practice for over 23 years. She's also a registered yoga teacher, public speaker, and published author. Dr. Gold has transformed thousands of lives through her ability to make wellness fun using her behavioral associative conditioning method and new 20-second workouts. If it's fun, it'll get done. Dr. Gold believes you're not a diagnosis. Your health matters. Know you're not alone. Dr. Gold cares. Remember, you're a bright, shining light in this world. Keep shining.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Health Podcast. I'm Dr. Gold and I'm so excited to invite Kelly Gardner here with us today. She is a personal trainer and has touched my life in a deep way, just seeing her growing her group and just see how connected she is with the people around her. They're so motivated and inspiring. So Kelly began her athletic background at a young age by trying to keep up with the boys in the neighborhood. She played Middle Rivers girls softball for the purple team and was nicknamed Rabbit, you gotta explain that for me, as a reflection of her speed. With her competitive spirit, she went on to be the only girl in the all-boys baseball league in Baltimore, Maryland, playing center field. Kelly went on to play women's pro football as a quarterback for the Baltimore Burn. Cool. After working with a trainer, Kelly left a career in network administration to pursue her true passion of changing lives in the health and fitness industry.
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. In 2014, Kelly decided to take her knowledge to Tampa, Florida, and continue her dream of making an impact in other people's lives. After the pandemic hit in 2020, Kelly realized the fitness industry needed to pivot in ways that would change the future of fitness and developed Be More Mobile Fitness.
Yes.
He literally has a huge, she'll describe it, but her kind of her mobile that she takes with her. Be More Mobile Fitness is Tampa Bay's very first mobile gym, a state-of-the-art valet gym that can go anywhere, bringing a full fitness experience directly to your home, workspace, or event. Kelly designs workouts for all fitness levels using bodyweight exercises and a variety of equipment such as resistance bands, kettlebells, dumbbells, TRX, battle ropes, barbells, and much more. She uses a lot of those. Yes. I did her class and it was tough. Gather your family, friends, work, colleagues, and neighbors and book your own personal gym right in the comfort of your own driveway. She literally drives up in her mobile, her truck, if you will.
Yes.
With Be More Mobile Fitness, you're sure to have a fun, safe, and effective workout as Kelly aims to bring out the absolute best version of her clients and members. She leads with her spirit and passion, very true, in every workout. Her philosophy, work hard, live better, and be more. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Me too.
Thank you.
It means a lot that you're here. So, as I mentioned earlier, my big mission is getting people active, getting people to have fun. That's why we call it Fun Health Podcast, because we know the more you're having fun, you're more likely to do it, stay inspired, and you do it with groups, which is so
Absolutely. Awesome. Absolutely. I've always been somebody who believes in the best workout is going to be one that you show up for.
Right.
And usually that's the one you're going to have the most fun. So you want it to be fun and effective. And I think when you have that, you're going to show up for the community. You start to be part of a community. Right. So you're going to show up for, Dr. Gold's going to be there today. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like going. I'm not going to go for myself, but I'm going to show up because Dr. Gold's going to be there, you know?
Right.
And I think that just creates that community that makes it fun. So even the hardest workouts then become burpees, they're not my favorite. They're nobody's favorite, but I'm going to do them because we're all doing them together,
right.
So I think it's just key to being able to move the body.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Creating that family.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. And that's what it becomes. It's not just a community of, people that want to get fit. It's like you become family.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get involved in this?
The mobile gym or fitness?
You can start with the how you got involved in the fitness part and then the mobile gym. It sounded like that was from when you were young.
Yeah, well, fitness altogether, I've just been doing it all my life. And then I was going to college for psychology.
Right.
And after I hired a trainer in my early 20s because I wanted to play women's pro football, Turns out I was too small at the time that I would have got crushed by these females. I was 106 pounds, and I was like, oh man, I need to gain some weight, muscle weight. So my trainer just changed my life so drastically in a way that was fun for me. Like, she was playful, she made me work hard, and I would always tell her, I quit you, this workout was awful, I'll see you tomorrow, you know. But it's like, I knew I was gonna show up no matter how bad it hurt. And that's kind of just what changed my career path. And then just learning the importance of community started really through being on team sports all my life.
Gotcha.
And then CrossFit. When I first started CrossFit in 2012, I understood how important community was.
Gotcha.
And it's embedded in me now, I feel like.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So then how did that mobile gym get
So the mobile gym started with the pandemic, much like a lot of mobile services. I was doing a lot of Zoom workouts. Once the world shut down, you know, all the gyms shut down, we went on to Zoom. You know, we went on to Zoom. At one point, I think I had 36 people, 37 people. We had some people from Baltimore. We had people in Colorado. We had people here in Florida, all on the Zoom workout, doing whatever we could to work out. Like, people were picking up laundry detergent, bench pressing their kids, or, squatting their dogs. It was like whatever we could do to stay moving. And even through that screen, it became a community. And I was trying to figure out, how can I take the gym to people and keep people safe and feeling safe, but still be a part of a community. And I just kept brainstorming. And I was like, do I buy an RV? Do I just gut it out and make it a gym? Do I buy like an old UPS truck and try to weld squat racks on the side? Turns out I'm not that handy. I don't know how to weld. But I kept researching, and I found a company that's located out in Reno, Nevada. And it was like they took my brain and just already were creating these trailers for military bases all over the world, So I contacted them, and I ordered the trailer, and it took several months for them to deliver it. It was delivered in September of 2022. And I was on the road by October.
Oh, wow.
And we've been going for this October will be 3 years.
Oh, my God.
And it really started based off of the people that were on the Zoom workouts. And we have still grown that community. Awesome. So it's been really, really cool. I'm so grateful for these group of ladies and gentlemen.
That's awesome. How did you get to Tampa?
How did I get to Tampa? So at the time, my partner at the time got a job here in Tampa, and it was like a no-brainer. My lifelong goal was to live in Tampa, be a personal trainer, have my dream job, my dream car by the age of 40.
Oh, wow.
But because of this job, I got here a few years earlier than that, which I was like, all right, let's go. It's Tampa, let's go. And I ended up coaching for Orange Theory Fitness. I moved here in March of 2014. Okay. And I sat on the beach for 3 months because it was a long, cold winter in Baltimore. So I sat on the beach for about 3 months, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go find a gym. And I had been doing some beach boot camps in like the St. Pete area, and this guy was like, hey, Kelly, I think that you'd be an awesome Orange Theory Fitness coach. I'm like, what's Orange Theory? Because if you would have told me before I left Baltimore, I'm gonna be on a microphone, like coaching like this group fitness, I'd be like, no way. First of all, I hate treadmills, Then I ended up running a lot of 10Ks and half marathons. So because of him, or because of that job, is what got me to Tampa. Yes.
Okay, so I'm curious, you were just mentioning this earlier when we were chatting about your themed workouts. She mentioned something called ice cream themed workout, which I was like, I'm intrigued by this. Can you share and explain?
Absolutely. So if you got like an event or a theme, like themed workouts are my jam. Like I love doing themed workouts. So like just this past Sunday, July 20th, was National Ice Cream Day. Number one, I love ice cream. I am an ice cream addict. That is the one guilty pleasure that I will never give up in my life. Like just no way. So we did an ice cream themed workout. So a lot of people came over to my house, and I set it up with 10 different stations, and we called it the 10 Scoop Extravaganza. And each station was named after like a different part of ice cream, whether it be sprinkles, whipped cream, cherry on top, the cone, I just had everything. Mint chip crush or something. I don't remember what I called them all. And each station was 3 minutes. So you just do what you can for 3 minutes. And it was like upper body combo, lower body, you know, we had the heavy bags out, so we were punching on things. But the motivation was after we're done the 10 scoops, then we go in and I had an ice cream bar set up.
Ah, nice.
So we had all kinds of ice cream, we had toppings, if you wanted a waffle bowl, waffle cone, cake cone, whatever you wanted, we basically had all of it. And then after the workout, we sat around and ate ice cream. Another themed workout I did about 2 years ago, two of my good friends / members were getting married. So we did a bridal shower workout.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Tell me.
We decorated the trailer, and and I had shirts made. So for the two brides, they had a white tank top, said bride, and then like the little finger was showing the ring finger, and then everybody else wore a black tank top, and it was like tribe, you know, showing the ring finger, and it was really cool. And so I had different, you know, stations, and like I had like the proposal, and that was like the warm up block, and you know, and then I had like arms down the aisle, you know, so it was like an all arm block, and then we had like backless bride, it was like all, you know, back work, and then we had abs forever, you know, and it was like all abs, and then the honeymoon, you know, that's when it was just really cool, and I had like a specific playlist set up, you know, so it was a lot of fun. I love doing themed workouts.
Awesome. That just sounds amazing.
It was so fun. I mean, like people just laughed so much, you know, and that's what it, back to fun.
Yeah,
back to having fun while getting
Yeah,
fit. You know, you don't even realize how fit you're getting because you're too busy having fun.
I know, I love that. And that's actually what I laugh when I'm working out a lot of times, just to help me. When I don't want to say get through, but it actually just makes it easier to do the workout because I'm enjoying it so much.
Well, I've seen you like dancing over there.
I do. We dance with the ladies, right?
I love it. It makes me smile every time I see that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my joy. It's my joy. So, I was curious. So, you focus on small groups, and I'm just curious on that versus one-on-one. What was the reason for that?
One-on-one is fantastic, and I still do one-on-one, and that is more for people that maybe just don't feel comfortable going anywhere, or they just need a little bit of extra individualized attention. But small groups, I do more small groups because I feel like when you're weightlifting, I just want to make sure people are safe. I like to make sure that people's form is good, and if it gets to be too large, then I don't get to focus on that as much because I'm one person. So if you're focusing on this person's squat or this person's squat, and somebody over here is just all jacked up, you know, so I prefer to keep it smaller so I can focus on form. And I think the community aspect gets a little tighter when you have that because everybody is there together. Or like if we have a new person, I might say, hey everybody, we got Dr. Gold here today, and we'll go around sometimes to introduce ourselves, or I might ask a question like, what's your favorite ice cream? Or what's your favorite movie? You know, or something just to kind of like break the ice and welcome that person into the group so they don't feel like such an outsider.
Got it. And that's how I felt when I came to your class.
Nice.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, and I already knew you were strong. So.
I had to work for your class, but it was really good. I loved, because I normally do bench press with my other coach, and when I did your class, you actually had us do it really slow.
Tempo day, and
I really felt it.
It's a game changer. It's a game changer. Like what you think you can lift like this, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm going to have to be lighter.
I had to lighten it up, and then also I just felt my body even getting more balance and strength just doing that. So it was really wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
That's great to know.
Yeah, I love it. So I was curious, how do you structure your small group classes?
You know, it's like I do have a little, I'm old school, I have a lot of spreadsheets. So I have like this little Google Drive spreadsheet, and I try to have people like just sign up so I know who to expect.
Gotcha.
So I can, if I need to partner people up to share equipment, then I know like, hey, Dr. Gold and Tanya, like you're going to be together because your strengths are equal, or you're the same height, so for squats it makes sense. So I really kind of structure it based on that. But overall, I usually ask people what their goals are, you know, and I try to have like a program. Like right now, we're finishing up a 10-week strength program. We're going to be retesting our 1 rep max next week.
Nice.
Then we're going to go into like another phase of exercises. Like, you know, kids are going back to school. Now parents can get back to themselves. So it's going to be like a 10-week back to you, you know.
Nice.
Kids go back to school, you get back to you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be more just strict strength training, kind of like a traditional like superset where we're going to be working the same muscle groups. Like on a Monday, we might be doing like legs, or we'll do supersets. So you do 2 back-to-back exercises for 3 rounds of 10 or 12 reps, you know. So I just kind of vary it based on what I know is effective, no matter what your goals are. And if your goals are slightly different than this guy over here, or this lady over here, we can cater it based on that and kind of manipulate it. So to save myself hours and hours of time, I do like a blanket general population structure, but cater it as needed.
Got it.
And luckily that comes with experience. When I first started training, I couldn't do that.
Got it. Can you share a personal story of somebody who maybe was just right at the beginning, not knowing, and you know how you kind of turned them around or just get them?
Well, actually, it's funny you asked that because like my very first client ever, this was 21 years ago in Baltimore. I was working at a gym in the Belvedere Square area, which is like Towson, in Baltimore. And the woman was 61 years old at the time, and she had a hip replacement. I'm just getting certified. I'm terrified. I'm like, I don't think I'm qualified to work with you. She goes, well, I've seen you around. Like, I know my body. And, you know, she just took this leap of faith on me. This person that she didn't even know because her trainer was leaving to move out of the state. And she is now 83. 80, going to be 84, and every year she spends the month of July in Florida, and until to this day, every month or every year in July, I go down towards like Fort Myers area, and we get to visit and have lunch. And now I'm going to go see her this Sunday. But to answer your question more directly, like she had a hip replacement, and then eventually she had to have her second hip replaced. But we were able to get her so strong, like a prehab, that by the time she had that second hip replacement, her recovery was super fast. And it was like, yes,
that's
you
awesome.
know?
Yeah.
There's so many like success stories over 21 years.
Yeah.
One this morning, one of the gentlemen that's been coming to the 9:30 a.m. group. I have a 9:30 a.m. group Monday through Friday. And it's primarily women, but we have 2 men that, you know, they come on in. Well, the one gentleman is 80 years old. Wow. He looks 50, but he says he's 80. I don't know. I haven't seen an ID. But just this morning, he was asking me, you know, these muscles back here, like, you know, they hurt me all the time. They were hurting me all the time. But now it's like all of a sudden I'm just rolling out of bed and no problem. Like, it's like the pain disappeared. And I was like, yes, you know, that's what this is all about. He comes in, he has fun. It was one of the ladies that bought him a 10-pack for Father's Day, and he used that 10-pack quick and was like, I want to sign up for unlimited. And he comes religiously, like every day he shows up, gives it his best. And I'm like, man, I hope I'm doing that in it.
I know, I've heard that. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Seriously.
So just like being able to do life without pain, you know, like, well, pain from like working out, but not like pain from just like, you know.
Right. And it's soreness. I usually differentiate
soreness,
versus like not able to function pain.
Yeah, it's muscle soreness because I went beast mode yesterday. It's not like, you know, just I can't do this because of whatever reason. But now he's able to get up and move and have no pain and walk the dog, you know. And I had another guy recently, like, him and his wife were trying to get like his posture like better for like she said like 2.5 years. They were buying all those straps that you know you help your posture. They were trying to do like physical therapy to see if he can get his range of motion, and we started working together. It's been about 1.5 years, 2 years, and all of a sudden he's grown 3 inches just from basic strength training of like the right muscles, you know. And it's just like things like that just matters so much.
Sure.
You know, so I love it.
Yeah, and I think if you can touch upon soreness, because I know sometimes people are like, oh, it hurts so much, but it doesn't. It does get better.
It
right?
does get better. I will say, it never gets easier. It gets better. We get stronger, and we
Yeah,
become
you can handle more.
more confident and understand what our bodies are capable of doing. You know, and just seeing that happen in people when they come in, they're like hunched over and they don't know just how strong they can be or are.
Yeah.
And then once you see that light go off, you're like, whoa, yes.
Exactly.
So absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes.
And energy too, having more energy.
For sure. Like they're like, I am not just walking my dog, I'm skipping my dog, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is a difference between that muscular soreness and that pain from not doing life. But the soreness does get better. It does. And every now and then one workout might like sneak up on you a little bit and you're like, woo, man,
I know.
that got my quads. I'm getting up a little weird today.
Probably needed it a little bit.
Yeah. And then they look at me like I'm crazy when I'm like, hey, you're sore? Come on in. Let's loosen up that body. You know, it's like what they say, like the hair of the dog, except like if you're sore from working out, come on in, work out.
And you stretch them and do all this.
Like, and we're doing a lot, like this next phase that we're going into, there's a lot of focus on mobility and stretching because, I mean, people can run out and say, I'm going to stretch at home. No, I didn't just start doing this yesterday. So we're going to focus a lot on mobility, like core strengthening, hip flexors. A lot of people, you know, sit a lot. So it's like, they tend to get a lot of back pain, so we're gonna start doing a lot of core strengthening. There's simple things like bird dogs, you know. It's like making sure people we're trying to prevent injury. Shoulder mobility, shoulder strengthening, you know, knee strengthening, all the muscles that will help keep the knees strong. Ankle mobility, all that's connected, you know. It's like what I learned when I had some shoulder pain is like it might have came from lack of mobility in my ankle, you know. It's like that old song, the hip bone's connected to the thigh bone. You know?
Absolutely.
Turns out it's true.
So I was going to ask if you can share some exercises maybe somebody can do. I know a lot of my patients as well as my yoga students have actually asked me, you know, Dr. Gold, what are some stretches I can do? Especially if I'm sitting for a lot, my back or shoulder. You mentioned bird dog. I wasn't actually familiar with that.
Bird dog is one where you're down on your hands and knees.
Okay.
But it's like you're on your hands and knees and you take your opposite foot and opposite hand back. So you're like kind of getting that mobility. You squeeze the glute a little bit, but it kind of helps strengthen the core. You know, it's really good. It's great for people with low back pain as well. But if you're sitting at a desk all day, like one of the good things to do is like literally just bring your shoulders back, hold it for 10 seconds, release. You know, just feel that difference in just one rep. Just hold it, squeeze it, like you're squeezing a $100 bill right between your shoulder blades. And then let it go. Yeah, like when I had I have a labral tear from playing football. That was one of the things my physical therapist had me do. But another thing, if you want to stand up, we have been
let's do it.
I know for a minute.
We need to
move. You got two active people just sitting still. We get the wiggles.
I gotta get the wiggles out.
But if you do have a desk job or you're just feeling like you got to get up and move, you can get up and just do some shoulder rolls. One of my favorites is just like, and if you have grumpy knees, you don't have to do a full lunge, but I like to do just a lunge and like a little rotation.
That feels so good.
You tell we're both lefties, we went right to the left. Nice.
I did.
And you just come on up and then just get the opposite side. Let me do it, right?
Yeah, no worries.
Yes. And
that
sometimes
feels
you
so
get like
good.
a little,
that feels so good.
And then another one is like, I'm not going to reach all the way up because, you know, I'm just not going to do it because I don't know like the limitations, but you could just like kind of take your shoulders back, reach on down, come on up, shoulder rolls, going down. You just get the hamstrings loosened up a little bit, you know? Some people like to just do alternating kicks, like a little kick, a little rotate. But my favorite, the lunge. Lunge and rotate, especially if you got a desk job.
Let's try that again. So we're lunging with our left
forward,
foot, and then we twist.
And just twist
to the
toward
left.
the knee that's in the front. So whatever knee's out in the front, you want to twist towards that knee. And you're going to feel that hip flexor stretch, and you're going to feel that low back stretch. You can hold it as long as you're able to. You know, I like to hold it for maybe 10, 20 seconds, and then we're going to come on up. Boom. Take the other leg out, rotate toward that knee. Yeah.
Feels good.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah, it's a nice stretch.
The hip flexors. Oh, yeah.
Feels good in my back, too.
It really does. And then come right back up.
Awesome.
And then you just do another couple, just bend over, Come on up, shoulder rolls.
Oh.
Bend over, come on up.
And next
Shoulder rolls,
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
And then neck rolls, side to side. And then I like to tell people, dance it out.
Dance it out.
Because then you're just going to feel better, and now you're ready.
Yeah,
you know?
I love
You're
it. I
Got the
love
blood
it.
flowing a little
Yes.
bit. You got to sit back down, you sit back down. And then you're all productive at work, and the boss is like, what you been doing? Moving my body.
Yeah, just a few minutes a day can make a huge difference.
Yes, absolutely. I often tell people, like, if you got an office job, set a timer. Like, once every hour or so. Like, even an hour, that's a long time. Like, once an hour, get up, move the body, do those lunges. Even if you just got to, whatever, just take a little walk around your desk. You know, something to get mobile.
Gotcha.
You know, get the blood flowing. You're just going to feel better.
Yeah.
It's going to help the posture. But yeah, those are my favorite.
Oh, I love that.
Yes,
I love it.
yeah.
So, how do people get in touch with you?
Well, I have a website. I have social media platforms. My website is Be More Mobile Fitness. So it's BEMORE Mobile, MOBILE Fitness.com. Or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and the handles are at Be More Mobile Fit. So it's not Mobile Fitness, it's just at Be More Mobile Fit. And you can call me at 813-714-7079
Okay.
or text.
Okay. And now, if somebody is out of town or watching this from a different place, are they able to still reach out to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I do online programming. I don't have like a fancy app yet, but I do online programming. I meet with people via Zoom. You know, we go over like goals, and then I give them the program, and they do the workouts on their own. However, we do check in weekly just to see how things are going, and they have access to call me anytime.
Yeah, and I saw nutrition as well. You included
Yes.
some nutrition. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
So I mean, I've been doing this for 21 years, and I'm not like a dietitian, like a registered dietitian. So I'm like, it limits your scope of practice so much, and so many of my continuing ed courses have been on nutrition. So I'm like, why am I not getting a certification? So to get my continuing ed courses this year, it was a nutrition certification. So that just allows me to help people a little further, you know, without like being limited, because I really like to stay within my scope of practice. So yeah, so if you are having nutritional struggles and you just need some guidance, you need to know what the right things are to eat for if you have a sporting event coming up, whether it's endurance, power, or if you just need to know the basics to help get the metabolism going, I can better assist people with that now, and that feels amazing.
And what about for women? I know a lot of my patients, as well as yoga students, are women over 40,
Yes.
you know, just have their kids, they're caretakers, they want energy, they want
Yes.
sustainable energy, and they don't want to get kind of that flat tire around their bellies and stuff, or
Yep.
that muffin top. You know.
Especially women over 40, you know, and then like hormones come into factor. And I think that's when, as women, we start to feed into a lot of the media where we think less is better. And we go into these fad diets of like, I'm going to restrict my calories, 500 calories a day or 1,000 calories a day. And that's not the case. You know, it's like especially for women, we need to eat more. And you hear it all the time, focus on your protein, eat more protein. And people are like, okay, fine, I'm eating more protein. But what is protein? You know, so at least I help try to give people suggestions, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, you prefer chicken over fish or whatever. I can better help assist people now, because women, we need to eat the food. You know, we need to eat. And ideally, it's like I like to use the analogy of a campfire. If you've ever gone camping, you know, you have to wake up in the morning, it's cold, and you put some wood on the fire, and the fire's just burning. A couple hours later, the fire starts to burn down or fade down, you know, and then what do? Put more wood on it, and woo, the fire's going, and then it fades. But if you let the fire go completely out and you try to throw some wood on it, nothing happens. Our metabolism is the same way. So within an hour of waking up, we should have some kind of protein. We should have something on our stomachs to rev up the metabolism. And then about every 3 hours, you try to get a snack, a meal, something that has some kind of protein in it. They say about 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal or snack. So, you know, the 5 meals a day, it's a thing. It's a thing. So less is not better. eat the food, but the right food.
Yeah.
You know, I can help you with that.
Yeah, and move the body.
Yes.
Really important.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say thank you so much for being on this podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
Was there any final things that, like a final tip if somebody is just beginning or if they just want to stay motivated because they're
Yes.
like, oh, I'm just tired today or it's hot outside, you know, in the summer times?
Yes.
It can be challenging.
Honestly, like if you're just getting started and you need that motivation, definitely just find yourself a group, like go into a group setting because that's going to be your accountability. That's going to be your motivation because, you know, motivation is temporary. Like we might be motivated on Monday and then Tuesday we're like, I don't want to go. So like find that group and then they're going to be your accountability buddies because you're going to show up for your friends before you show up for yourself on those days that we're feeling just a little less motivated. So if you're thinking about it, just do it. Just do it. You know, Nike had it right when they said just do it.
Yeah. And I highly recommend because some days I don't feel motivated, but I still show up. So that's the most important part is you still do it. And then, of course, listening and honoring your body. You can modify.
Yes.
I've had a lot of people say, well, this sounds great what she's saying, but what if my body doesn't do that pose or burpee or something? Can I modify some of the poses?
Absolutely. Like one of those days that you don't feel like it, show up anyway. You don't have to go maxing out on your weights. You don't have to do the lunges. Just be present. Just give your body that honor of moving because movement is medicine. Movement is going to be what keeps us moving for the rest of our life, you know, and maybe even prolong it.
Yeah. Use it or...
Use it or lose it, right?
Exactly.
Use it or lose it.
That's what
You know,
everyone's
body in motion stays in motion.
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And again, I've learned so much so far. I'm excited to learn even more with the groups. I joined her group. I've only went one time, but I see where we train. It's at the same gym, so I keep seeing her training the people, and they are just in awe, like so excited, so motivated, and pumped.
Yes.
And you can see it's family. You see that connection. So.
Well, on the flip side, we watch her group, and we're inspired and motivated because they're over there dancing and then just lifting the weights. I'm like, yes, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's twofold. It's twofold.
And our ladies are 80 plus, so they definitely are. You know, what they've taught me is you're never too old to exercise, and movement is medicine. The more they move, they're helping with the blood flow to their brain and their bodies, and they just feel fantastic.
100%. 100%. So when I'm 80 plus, I'm going to be in her group.
Yeah, get your groove on. We love you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Fun Health Podcast. Dr. Gold here with Kelly Gardner. She's with Be More Mobile Fitness, and she's just an amazing. So happy to have her on, and thank you again for being here.
Work hard, live better, be more.
Yes, and remember, your health matters.
Yes. Toodles.